Speaking of that national response that Lisa was talking about, pressure is building tonight on President Biden and members of Congress to help New York deal with the tens of thousands of migrants who've arrived here.
A coalition of some of New York State's top business leaders is imploring federal officials to deal with the crisis the corporate leaders say is overwhelming local resources. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer here with the latest on this. Marcia.
Well, Dana and Dick, over 100 business executives representing almost every sector of the New York economy, including communications, finance, real estate, sports, insurance, law firms, and power companies, are throwing their weight behind Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams in begging for help.
This crisis originated with the federal government, and it must be resolved through the federal government.
Fighting words from Governor Hochul last week that apparently fell on deaf ears in Washington. Instead of the desperately needed help in coping with the more than 104,000 asylum seekers that have arrived in New York City, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas sent letters to Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams complaining of structural and operational issues in the way New York deals with the migrant influx. Now major business leaders, the kind of people who contribute heavily to political campaigns, are joining the fight, urging President Biden and congressional leaders to help defray some of the estimated $12 billion tab choking the city. They also want the feds to expedite work permits so the asylum seekers can get jobs and become self-supporting. Bipartisan action by Congress and the administration is ultimately the way to resolve immigration issues, but that will take time, the business leaders said. In the interim, we urge you to take immediate action to better control the border and the process of asylum and provide relief to the cities and states that are bearing the burdens posed by the influx of asylum seekers. Homeland Security Secretary pointedly told the mayor and the governor that the agency has identified 11 federal sites throughout New York that can be used to house migrants. But that just exacerbated tensions between the two top Democrats. The governor has resisted the mayor's pleas to move migrants to locations outside the 5 boroughs. Dana and Dick.
Marcia, thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.